Fundamentally, Alex is about helping people. The idea behind it was based on what might be considered a complex notion known as ekphrasis, sometimes described in the theatre as the feeling of catharsis. So that feeling of emotional release that theatre gives you. One of the common afflictions that has been identified in people with eating disorders, or an association with their affliction, is a condition called alexithymia, which is the inability to express emotion or how you feel about your body. So by combining that with theatre's ability to promote catharsis and emotional release, we're hoping that we can come up with a form of narrative therapy that allows people to truly express how they feel about themselves and help them overcome that.
Alex is really about embodying what it's like to have an internal voice of an eating disorder.
I think this work could evolve into something bigger.
It can really begin to get people involved in their treatment.
It means that creativity is endless.
Working with holograms and this sort of technology adds a whole other layer to the work. I've never worked with holograms before, so this is a first for me. And there's a number of different layers that are involved in that, and it's about the interaction between the non-real, the inanimate, even though it's animated, but the inanimate object and the real people, and finding those connections and finding a way to make that feel more real and more connected, even though you're working with different planes. So with holograms you're working with a particular plane, and with real actors you're working on another plane, and so it's this idea of how do we marry those two planes so that they don't feel so separate when they really need to be feeling like they're part of each other.
It's been incredibly insightful in that I can see the power that using this kind of technology can have in really seeing the externalization of this kind of abstract voice, or this figure which can really show people what it's like to have this internal sort of figure that they're battling with on an everyday basis.
From a psychologist's perspective, I think within this script there's a theme akin to what I call metacognitive psychology, metacognitive therapy, whereas that thoughts are just thoughts rather than reality, and helping someone to be able to step back and recognise that your thoughts are just thoughts, and that you can choose to listen to them or to ignore them. And so that was weaved really nicely within that script and within that struggle, balancing up between those sides of your mind.
Technology disconnects us from how we feel. We have a different persona when we're involved in technology, social media, all of these sorts of things. If we can use the technology in a live performance to kind of highlight that differentiation, have the animated characters as an expression of our self, our kind of true self, and the live actors on stage to create that sense of connection that only comes with live theatre, then perhaps there's something in that, and we can help people differentiate the thoughts and feelings they have in their mind and in their bodies.